Imagine for a moment that everything you have achieved up to this point, every dollar in your bank account, every relationship, and every career milestone is merely a reflection of a setting in your mind that was programmed years ago. What if I told you that there is a 2-minute decision, a simple yet radical shift in perception that stands between where you are right now and the life you truly desire? Most people walk through life sleepwalking, accepting their current reality as the final truth. But today, we are going to wake up. We are going to unlock the code that governs your results. I want to invite you into a conversation that completely shifted my trajectory when I was stuck, frustrated, and tired of working hard, only to stay in the exact same place. I remember staring at the ceiling of my apartment, wondering why some people seemed to attract wealth effortlessly, while I struggled just to make ends meet. I was 30 years old, doing everything right by societal standards, yet feeling completely hollow. Then I discovered that the problem was not my work ethic. The problem was not the economy. The problem was a hidden mechanism inside my own mind. We are going to explore how to reset that mechanism today. Let us begin by understanding the architecture of your mind. You have likely heard that we only use a small fraction of our potential. This is technically true, but the real issue is how we use the part that is active. Neuroscientists and behavioral psychologists have confirmed that approximately 95% of our daily actions, thoughts, and feelings are driven by the subconscious mind. This means that for the vast majority of your day, you are running on autopilot. You are operating based on a script written when you were a small child. We call this script a paradigm. A paradigm is a multitude of habits. It is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over your habitual behavior, and almost all of your behavior is habitual. Think about that. You wake up, you brush your teeth, you drive to work, you react to stress, and you manage your money, all based on patterns established long ago. If your paradigm is programmed for scarcity, you will always find a way to get rid of money, no matter how much you earn. If your paradigm is programmed for limitation, you will sabotage every opportunity that tries to push you beyond that limit. This is why lottery winners often lose everything within a few years. Their bank account changed, but their paradigm remained the same. You cannot outperform your self-image. Here is the fascinating part about the human brain. It is designed to keep you safe, not necessarily happy or wealthy. Safety, to the primitive brain, means familiarity. So whenever you try to step out of your comfort zone, whenever you try to earn more money or start that new venture, your subconscious mind triggers an alarm. It floods your body with doubt, fear, and anxiety. We call this the terror barrier. Most people hit this barrier and retreat immediately to safety. They rationalize their retreat by saying things like, "I will do it later," or "it is not the right time." But the truth is, they just bounced off their own paradigm. Before we dive deeper into the specific 2-minute technique that overrides this system, I want to take a brief moment to connect with you. If you are finding value in this breakdown of the mind and want to continue reprogramming your reality for success, please take a second to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps this message reach more people who are ready to wake up, and it signals to the algorithm that you are ready for more high-frequency content. Thank you for being part of this community. Now, let us talk about money. Money is a subject that carries a heavy emotional charge for most of us. We are taught that it is scarce, that it is hard to get, or even that it is evil. But if we look at it through the lens of physics and universal law, money is simply energy. It is a medium of exchange for service rendered. The amount of money you earn is in direct ratio to the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and the difficulty there is in replacing you. That is it. There is no judgment in the universe about how much you should have. The only limit is the one you place on yourself through your paradigm. I used to be terrified of checking my bank balance. My heart would race and my palms would sweat. That physical reaction was my paradigm screaming at me, reinforcing the identity of a person who lacks. I had to learn that to change the printout, I had to change the software. You must understand that you do not get what you want. You get what you are. Your vibration, which is a fancy word for your dominant emotional state, dictates what you attract. If you are vibrating at a frequency of lack, you can work 20 hours a day and you will still find yourself struggling. But if you shift that frequency to one of abundance, opportunities begin to seek you out. So what is this 2-minute decision? It is the decision to consciously impress a new image upon your subconscious mind. It requires you to stop looking at your current results and start living from the end. Most people let their present results dictate their thoughts. They look at their bank account, see a low number, feel bad, think worry thoughts, and then take actions that lead to more poverty. It is a doom loop. We are going to reverse that. The decision is to dedicate 2 minutes, multiple times a day, to a specific visualization and affirmation exercise that rewires your neural pathways. You see, your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between what is real and what is vividly imagined. This is a scientific fact. When you visualize yourself in possession of the good you desire and you let yourself feel the emotion of that reality, your brain produces the exact same chemicals as if it were actually happening. Here is the challenge I have for you. I want you to take a pen and a card. On that card, I want you to write down a specific goal. Not a general wish like, I want more money. I want a specific amount or a specific career move. And you must write it in the present tense. Write, I am so happy and grateful now that, and then fill in the blank. For example, I am so happy and grateful now that I am earning $10,000 a month effortlessly. Or, I am so happy and grateful now that I am running my own successful creative agency. Read this card every morning as soon as you wake up and every night before you drift off to sleep. This takes less than 2 minutes, but here's the critical part. You must read it not just with your eyes, but with your emotions. You have to close your eyes and see yourself living that life. How does the leather of the steering wheel feel in your new car? How does it feel to pay the bill at a nice restaurant without looking at the price? Who are you with? What are you wearing? The more sensory details you add, the more you are impressing this new reality onto the subconscious. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds too simple. How can writing on a card change my life? I had the same skepticism. It feels illogical to our analytical minds. But remember, logic got you to where you are now. Logic is based on past experience. If you want a future that is different from your past, you have to transcend logic. You have to operate on imagination and faith. This is not magic, it is mechanics. It is the mechanics of the mind. Let us address the fear that will inevitably come up. As you start doing this, as you start telling your mind that you are wealthy and successful, your old paradigm is going to fight back. You might feel like a fraud. You might feel silly. You might hear a voice in your head saying, "Who do you think you are?" That voice is not the truth. That voice is just your conditioning trying to survive. Recognize it for what it is. When that fear arises, do not fight it. Just observe it and say, "Thank you for sharing, but we are going somewhere new." Think about a thermostat in a room. If the thermostat is set to 65 degrees and you open the windows on a hot summer day, the temperature might rise temporarily. But the moment you close the windows, the system kicks in and brings the temperature back down to 65. Your financial life works the same way. You might get a bonus or a tax refund, raising your financial temperature for a moment. But if your internal thermostat is set to a specific income level, you will unconsciously find a way to blow that extra money and return to your set point. The 2-minute decision is about walking over to the wall and changing the setting on the thermostat. I recall a time when I had to make a significant investment in myself. It was a course that cost more money than I had in my savings. My stomach was in knots. My logic screamed, "Save the money, play it safe." But I realized that playing it safe was exactly why I was stuck. I made the decision in 2 minutes. I decided to trust in my future self rather than protect my past self. That single decision, made in a moment of terror and faith, altered the course of my career. It sent a signal to the universe that I was serious. When you commit, really commit, providence moves too. Let us look at some data. Studies on cognitive behavioral therapy and neuroplasticity show that repeated focused attention changes the physical structure of the brain. It strengthens synaptic connections. By doing this 2-minute exercise, you are physically building a new brain that is wired for success. You are pruning away the old connections of fear and lack and nurturing new highways of possibility. But consistency is key. You cannot go to the gym for 2 minutes once and expect to be an athlete. You must do the mental repetitions. Many people say they want to change, but they are not willing to change their thinking. They want the result without the shift in consciousness. Albert Einstein said that no problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. You have to rise to a new level. This exercise raises your level. It pulls you out of the frequency of the problem and places you in the frequency of the solution. Consider the concept of the law of relativity. Nothing is big or small, good or bad, until you compare it to something else. Is $5,000 a lot of money? To a person earning minimum wage, it seems like a fortune. To a billionaire, it is what they spend on a casual dinner. The money is the same amount. The only difference is the perception. By changing your paradigm, you change your relationship to the numbers. You stop seeing large sums of money as impossible mountains and start seeing them as natural, attainable outcomes. There is a profound sense of freedom that comes when you realize you are the architect of your own life. For years, I blamed my boss, the job market, and my upbringing. Blame is a victim's game. When you blame, you give your power away to external forces. When you accept that your results are your own creation, you take your power back. It can be a hard pill to swallow initially, because it means you are responsible for the mess you might be in. But it is also the most liberating truth you will ever hear, because if you created the mess, you can create the masterpiece. When you begin this practice, you might not see changes immediately in the external world. There is a gestation period. Just as a seed planted in the ground does not sprout the next day, your new idea needs time to take root. Do not dig up the seed by doubting it. Water it with faith. Verify it with emotion. The first changes will be internal. You will feel lighter. You will feel more confident. You will walk differently. You will speak with more authority. And then, synchronicity will begin to happen. You will meet the right person. You will stumble upon the right book. An idea will pop into your head in the shower that is worth thousands of dollars. Follow those hunches. That is your intuition guiding you toward the goal you have planted. I want to emphasize the importance of gratitude in this process. Gratitude is the ultimate receiver. When you are grateful for what you have and grateful in advance for what is coming, you are in a state of harmony with the supply. Complaint and worry constrict your energy. Gratitude expands it. Even if things are tough right now, find something to be grateful for. Be grateful for the air in your lungs, for the device you are watching this on, for the opportunity to learn and grow. This shifts your vibration instantly. One of the biggest obstacles people face is the influence of others. We are social creatures, and we value the opinions of our tribe. But often, the people around us are also operating from a limited paradigm. If you share your big dreams with small-minded people, they will try to talk you out of it. They will tell you to be realistic. Do not listen to them. Being realistic is the most commonly traveled road to mediocrity. Keep your card and your goal to yourself in the beginning. Protect your dream like a fragile flame until it becomes a raging fire that cannot be extinguished. Let us revisit the actual application of this 2-minute decision in a modern context. Imagine you are in debt. Every time a bill arrives, you feel a pit in your stomach. That is the old reaction. The new reaction, applying the paradigm shift, is to look at the bill and say, "Thank you for the service this represents." Then immediately switch your mind to your goal card. Visualize the money flowing into your account to pay it. Do not dwell on the lack. It requires mental discipline. It is a mental muscle you are building. At first, it will be exhausting to constantly monitor your thoughts, but eventually it becomes effortless. Think of the stories of great achievers. They all share this common trait, an unwavering belief in a vision that no one else could see. They made the decision to succeed long before the world acknowledged their success. They lived in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You have the exact same mental faculties as they do. You have perception, will, reason, imagination, memory, and intuition. You just need to train them. As we continue to break down these barriers, remember that your environment plays a crucial role. If you are constantly consuming negative news, engaging in gossip, and surrounding yourself with people who complain, you are feeding your old paradigm. You need to curate your environment. Listen to uplifting audio, read empowering books, and watch content that expands your awareness. You are doing that right now, which proves you are already on the path. Another critical aspect is the concept of acting as if. This does not mean spending money you do not have. It means carrying yourself with the dignity and assurance of the person you want to become. Walk like that person. Talk like that person. Make decisions like that person. If you were already earning that $10,000 a month, would you be worried about a petty argument? Would you be stressed about the small stuff? Probably not. So start embodying that calmness today. Be the person, and the reality will catch up. Let us talk about the specific fear of failure. Failure is not a destination, it's feedback. If you try something and it doesn't work, you haven't failed. You've learned one way that doesn't work. The only true failure is giving up. Your paradigm uses the fear of failure to paralyze you. It tells you that if you fail, you will be rejected or humiliated, but successful people fail their way to success. They fail often, and they fail fast. They treat failure as a tuition fee for the lesson learned. We must also understand the difference between thinking and mental activity. Most people think they are thinking, but they are merely rearranging their prejudices. True thinking requires effort. It requires you to construct an idea in your mind and hold it there. This is what the 2-minute decision asks of you: to think a new thought, to build a new image. It is the highest function a human being is capable of. The world is changing rapidly. The old rules of job security and linear career paths are dissolving. We are in an era where creativity and mindset are the most valuable assets. Those who can adapt their paradigms, who can learn and unlearn, will be the ones who thrive. Those who cling to the old way of thinking will be left behind. This is not to scare you, but to prepare you. You have the equipment to thrive in any economy, provided you take control of the control center in your mind.